Hello everybody, Wong here. This is going to be a video about the Ultimax 100. This gun is the last unlock you get for support, and I wanted to make a video about it because I'm in my progress right now of getting 1,000 kills with it. I'm currently on 845 as of recording the intro. I see a lot of people in game saying stuff about the gun that isn't true, and I thought I just want to clear that stuff up and make a video about it. I'm going to start off the video with looking at the gun's stats and quickly having a look at the outliers, and then I'm going to talk about, in that same section, I'm talking about bullets to kill, and then I'm going to talk about how it kind of shapes up compared to the other support guns, mostly the M249, and then I'm going to do a short section on attachments and playstyle, and after that, to end the video, I'm going to do a live commentary gameplay with the gun. So I hope you guys enjoy. So, the stats for the Ultimax 100, there are a few things. First of all, I'm going to talk about its upside to try and sell this gun a bit more, is the recoil is super duper low. A vertical recoil of 1.5 and a horizontal recoil of 0.6. That is easy. That is super good recoil. That is actually combined with a fire rate of 600, which, yeah, that means low DPS, but that also means that this recoil number is only being applied 600 times a minute instead of 800 or something with other guns. So this gun has a really, really nice recoil. It's super easy to full auto spray. You definitely will be full auto spraying though, because the first shot kick is 2, meaning that if you start tap firing, you'll have double recoil, which is bad. So you do want to be spraying this gun. And also to go along with that, you've got a 100 round mag. So this gun is a spray and pray. As more as I like to say, not a spray and pray, but more spray and hit all your shots. You know what I mean? You're not really praying with this thing. It's a bit of a laser beam. But the downsides to this are pretty huge. The first one being, the damage is really low. 29 damage on 600 fire rate. You're looking at the same sort of damage as the AK-5C pre-nerf. And pre-buff even, which is really, really bad. That's super bad DPS. You'll be killing really, really slow. So to make up for that, you're going to want really good positioning. But really good positioning is kind of hard to get when your running speed is 10% slower than normal, which is definitely not what you want. It has a 5.8 second reload speed as well, which is definitely not good. This means that this gun, you need really good positioning, but they're making the positioning really hard to get, which definitely isn't what we like. Now I'm going to quickly mention bullets to kill. It takes 4 shots to kill against someone without armor. Against someone with light armor, it is also a 4-shot kill. Then when you get up to regular armor, like the 125 health one, this is a 5-shot kill, which is pretty bad. That's not good at all for a 600 fire rate. And then when you get up to I'm going to skip to exo armor because that's the one you see most often, like the big one. It ends up being a 6-shot kill. Equipping a heavy barrel or a long barrel actually does not help in any way. I've tested it against all the armors and I've done the calculations, and the heavy barrel and the long barrel do not help. I would say out of all of the guns that support can bring, I would sadly actually place the Ultimax at the bottom. The only thing really is that the other guns are actually really good, and I think they're very underrated. The M249, for example, is literally the same thing as the M4, same DPS, same damage, same fire rate, pretty much the same recoil, just with a 100 round mag, so that gun's really, really good. The L86 is one of the fastest killing guns in the game with the heavy barrel. That gun's fantastic. And the MG36 is almost the same thing as the L86. So those guns are all really, really good. Now the Ultimax 100, I think comparatively is like a light machine gun compared to the M249, just doesn't really have anything going for it. If it had like a suppression mechanic or something like that, or maybe if it inflicted tons of aim punch or something compared to the M249, I'd say it's really good, but it doesn't do that. This game just doesn't have those mechanics yet, so guns like the Ultimax kind of fall short, which is a really big shame. I think it'd be a really good mechanic to make some guns that kill slower act better. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys reckon? Would you guys like flinch? Like a suppression mechanic, or maybe turn aim punch up for this gun? Or do you guys reckon it'd be too frustrating? I want to know what you guys reckon, because I'm honestly a bit divided myself. Alrighty everybody, now I'm going to talk about the attachments and the playstyle. The attachments to this one are actually pretty simple because the vertical recoil is the highest thing about it, and the horizontal is already so low, and the first shot kick doesn't really matter because it's already so high, that we're just going to bring a vertical grip, which lowers the vertical recoil by a bunch but ups the horizontal by a smidge, which is totally fine. And then we're going to bring the tactical barrel, which lowers the vertical by a bunch, the horizontal by a smidge, but ups the first shot kick. But that's totally fine because the first shot kick's already bad, so it doesn't really matter to make it any worse, because we're just going to be spraying anyways. So we're just going full vertical recoil with this build. On closer range maps, you might want to bring a suppressor. I personally recommend bringing the tactical, because this gun really shines at more of a medium to long range sort of engagement style. But I would not recommend the heavy or the long barrel, because they do not reduce the bullets to kill against any armor, or even with headshots it doesn't really help at all. So do not bring the heavy or the long barrel, it's just not worth it. So yeah, this is the build. I also run a slip sight to get a bit of a extra distance on this thing, because this thing's really low recoil means that it can push really far ranges while shooting. Its low DPS up close is very annoying, but because it can hit so many shots at range, its range DPS compared to other guns is actually alright, it's not too bad. So yeah, these are the attachments I'd bring. I wouldn't really recommend any other builds, I would just recommend this one. And the playstyle you're looking for is, you're pretty much, it's almost like the AUG in the way of this gun is good on a flank, because with 100 rounds and super low recoil, you're not really going to be missing many shots and you'll be able to shred and get tons of kills on flanks. But getting to a flank is really hard, because your running speed with this build will be at 12% less than normal, which is super bad, especially on a support where you can't run light armor. So you'll be walking really slow. So what I recommend instead is trying to find positions at the top of buildings. This will be what you want. On top of buildings, you'll be able to hit shots really easily and crouch and uncrouch, and enemies won't be able to close the gap to you really quickly. You pretty much want to be looking over open areas where the enemy's only defense is jumping around, because jumping around a bunch doesn't really help when I have 100 bullets. And that's kind of the playstyle, trying to get into a good position and then just staying there, because slow movement speed is really hard to work with, and it means that you're just gonna have to kind of sit still and hunker down. For that, you could bring exo armor. I personally actually wear normal and normal just to get the most movement speed, but you can bring exo armor and exo helmet if you want. I just think that if I ever do have to reposition, I want that little extra bit of movement speed. So yeah, this gun is pretty much a bit of a roof camper kind of play style, but honestly, if you can hit shots, any sort of long medium angles where you can sit still are pretty good. Alright, this will be my live commentary where I use the Ultimax 100. We were on Wine Paradise because it's like the only map we get in Australia now, which kind of sucks. Not that I think it's a terrible map, I just don't like playing the same map. Even if it's a good map, I don't want to play the same one over and over. Gotta spawn on a heli just to, you know, get further faster. So this gun is really good if you have a good position, so I want to try and find a front line. Perhaps one behind C, in between C and E, there might be a chunk of enemies, and I want to go in from the side and be able to sit like up high on a rock or something. We'll see what we do though. I'm honestly excited for this match. It's going to be very fun. I don't want to go around D because there's a lot of head-on gunfights there, and with the Ultimax I want to be behind people due to the TDK, or the time to kill this gun being pretty slow. But we'll see. Flanks are definitely what I want, or even if it's not like a flank, but I get some like side-on gunfights with like a couple of people. I want this guy to drop the rope, if he can. Okay, being up high is what I want, but we're very far ahead of the enemy, so I'm going to wait to cap to get XP, and then I'm going to run and get out of here as fast as I can. I'm not going to worry about if those are enemies or not, because I want to get sort of closer to the enemies. This is exactly what I want. I'm going to wait for them to get in the open a bit, so when I start shooting they can't get to cover. I'm actually repositioned because they might be aiming at that window I was at. See, that's the kind of fight I don't want, where that guy has time to jump away before I kill him. That's a shame. I definitely could have gotten more kills out of that, but I played bad. Alright, let's have a look. I think what I could have done there was honestly hit more shots on the close guy, but it's a little harder than it looks with this weapon. And also jumping around at that sort of range works really well, like it will just throw off my aim. This gun's very punishing at that, for like that kind of stuff, where if they're up close and jumping around it's really hard. If they're far away, not as much. But if they're up close and doing that, it's really tough, because missing shots on 600 fire rate is not very good, because that means you're losing out on a lot of time to kill. Now because I run slow, it's going to be hard to get to where I want to be, which is back there but behind them. So I'm going to expect that they've moved, because they haven't taken C, so maybe they've moved closer to where I am. And we've got this sniper who is here. That's actually pretty good for my range. Because he's standing still. If he was moving, that wouldn't have been good. And if he was behind cover, that wouldn't have been good. But he stood in the open. If he was behind cover, I would have just left. Because I would have been killed before I can kill him. Now they've taken C. Oopsies. Got lucky, I hit the headshots there. Wasn't even really going for it. Go down like this. I'm gonna heal as well. Some guys asking about TTK in the chat, in like the text chat up top. I really want to respond, but doing a live commentary, so I probably shouldn't. I just want to like explain how it works, so he knows. See, these kinds of gunfights are good. This medium long range is like really good because, oh damn, because it's such low recoil that's easy to hit every shot. And that's why I bring the slip sight, just so I have a bit of a clearer sight picture at range, really. I don't bring the sight because, like, zoom itself is a bit weird because it kind of ups your recoil being zoomed in, like, due to perspective. But it gives me such a, like clear sight picture that I can, like, precisely track enemies at range, even with a bit of muzzle flash. Oof, dang. See, I never liked dragging like that, but I went for it because I thought I was safe, but I just calculated wrong. Oh, I'm being banished to the floor. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. Oh. I'm going to get the hell out of here after rezzing the old mate who rezzed me. Alright, so these are head-on gunfights that I don't want with this gun because it kills so slow. So I'm going to try and have like these ones where I have a bit of cover. And then I want to go around the side. Make sure I've reloaded. I'm going to go to the top of this building because buildings are good for this gun. I think I saw an enemy, but I'm going to ignore it. Top of the buildings are good for this gun because if I crouch up and down, that doesn't require fast movement speed, and this gun has a slow movement speed, so I want to be able to minimize my downsides by being in one position. The reason I'm taking these head-on gunfights is because I have lots of cover and they don't, and I have such low recoil that I could hit every shot where they would be missing some. I'm not going to go for that guy anymore. I think that... Ooh. See, this window fight I'm less sure about, but we'll see what happens. Honestly, I'm crouching up and down a lot just because if there's someone who I'm not looking at down here, I'll be appearing and unappearing, which will mean that they won't be able to kill me. And that means that when they shoot at me, I'll be able to react because they won't kill me that quickly. Alrighty, Ooh. Okay. I want to move in closer, but every time I do with this gun I end up dying, so it's better to just hold the position. I don't like playing like this because it's kind of campy, but it's also like, what am I going to do with such slow movement speed and slow DPS? Maybe I can work like almost like a spawn beacon for my teammates. Maybe I'll just chill here and do that for a bit. Alright, gonna throw down an ammo pack, get some bandages. See, right there, that I thought I was about to die just then because if that sniper was maybe assault, or not assault, medic or something, and they had like a better gun, I think I would have died there, but he missed his shot. Alrighty, now this is tough without any good spawns. This is tough, so I want to grab a Humvee. I don't want one with a gun because I'm not going to be using the gun. I don't want to waste it, but it looks like we have a bunch here. Does this one have a gun on it? One down here? No, and it's got a dude in it. Shoot. This is good. What's up, homie? Oh, well, that's a shame. I won't be able to do it. So now I feel silly. Alright, so anyways. What are we looking for here? So, I don't know what to do. I want a good position. I want enemies in the middle of my screen, and I want them to not be... I want to not be in the middle of their screen. So, We've got C here, we've got a bunch of teammates here, that means they'll be looking at the teammates, so I don't want to be with them, because then I'll be in the middle of their screen. I don't want to go around the back of C, because I know that if I get caught by enemies here, I can't really go backwards that easily. So I might instead go long and wide and around, because I don't want to be on this back bit of C, because I can't run into the ocean. So I'm going to go around and behind. I'm going to be doing a video on positioning, actually. I've just been doing a bunch of work on it, and I actually made it. It was not that good, and I am redoing it from the ground up. It's not like the info was bad, it just wasn't presented well. So I'm remaking it, and presenting the info in a way that's better, and hopefully this will be a good video. There we go. Do you reckon I can grab a heal, my friend? Thank you so much. Cool. Alrighty, now I'm going to go drive and use this Jeep to get around to the back of C. Now that the teammates are in a different space, like they're here now, I think they're all going to die, to be honest. Just because half of them are see-through on the map. If you see that they're like see-through, that means they're getting shot at. And people are dying, so I reckon they'll die, and I'll go take up the position they had once they're dead. And I don't think the enemies will expect it. There's a guy running right here. I'm going to ignore him. No, I'm not. That guy's going to get into a spot where he can crouch and uncrouch, and I just don't want to fight that, so I'm leaving. If he's on that hill, I know, just due to like playing, he'll crouch and uncrouch if he's any good. Like right here, this guy's stuffed. Like this Queef box guy is stuffed, especially because I'm playing support. I don't actually have exo armor on, but if I did, that guy would be like double stuffed. Like there's nothing he could do. I thought I saw a guy, so I got out. I'm actually going to go on foot just to be quiet, because I don't want them to be looking at me. Alrighty. There's a front line here. That means enemies will be all along this road and on these roofs, because of map knowledge, I know that. So I'm going to go and try to look behind those roofs. So where would be behind those roofs? Oh, there's a guy. I hear footsteps in this building. I'm going to just get out of here. I don't want that guy to fight me up close. Up close to this gun is not where you want to be. But anyways, I need to get behind these roofs and things. Oh, now they're getting deeper in. Oh no, I had my head in the map. Honestly, I was thinking really hard on how I'm going to get to the rooftops without making too much noise, but shouldn't have done that. I should have been paying attention to what's in front of me. I'm going to spawn here to start working my way back to C, and I'll be on a natural flank. And we'll see what happens. Look at me, I just died how many times in a row? Far out. Alright, let's hop back in and get some kills. I'm going to talk a little bit less just so I pay more attention to the game. Just going on that rock for a moment to have a wide field of view of an open area. If there's no one there, all I lose is like half a second. If there is someone there, I'll get a free kill because they'll be in the open. That foul guy got rezzed. Turns out he did get rezzed earlier. I saw his dead body flop and I thought it was just ragdolling. But he did get rezzed earlier. Oh dang, that's bad luck. That's tough. That was one of those situations where I didn't have cover to fall back to once I saw the enemy, and I died. When that guy saw me, he now gets a free swing on me, he gets Peeker's advantage, and I didn't have cover to get behind, so I die. We're still getting attacked. Well, I know that they're around this area, so I'm going to try and get around the side and up on a hill where this gun shines. If I had like an MP7 or a FAL or something, I'd just go right into the middle because it kills very quickly, but I need to make do with the gun I have. That's one thing I didn't mention in the stats section that I should have. The draw speed for this gun is really low, so when I hop out of a car or whip out C4 or something, pulling out the gun takes ages. Should have sat still a sec to really like line up that first couple shots there. That was my bad. That medic should have died. See, I'm not too afraid of not having cover right now because he's so far away. If he was closer, I'd be like, I'd just honestly run away and go for cover. But because he's so far away, I don't really need cover as much because his time to kill is going to be way longer. That was my bad, I missed some easy shots there, and I'm dead. It's a good shot from that guy. I'm not doing so great. I definitely could have gone way more kills so far, but, you know, I'm having a fun time, so we're chilling. Alright, I'm gonna go back this way. Because I'm support, I can build instantly. I'm actually gonna build this, and then this to climb up. Support builds instantly, that's a good way to use support, honestly. Nice, this... that guy's dead. I got shot at from somewhere I wasn't looking, so I need to figure out where they are. Found them. I just noticed them because of the orange in the green field, and I know that's the color of like the enemies. Oh, I'm down. Oh, there's a radio here. We're definitely coming back. We can farm some kills. And when I say farm kills, I don't mean don't shoot the radio. I mean shoot the radio, but there's tons of dudes there that I can kill now. So it's roughly just off the road, just about here, or maybe even a bit deeper like here, but we'll see. Wait until he's in the open to start shooting. The reason I do that is because if I hit him with a couple shots, he could just dive back to cover, whereas I let him get into the open, I can use my low recoil and hit all the shots and kill him. I'm in the open, but it's all good because the only threats are so far away that it's fine, so I can just turn my brain off. That building doesn't matter that much. If it was a sniper, I might have died because my running speed is so low, but... so I may as well try to get to cover anyways. Oh. I'm gonna die here, but we'll try my hardest to live. I'm actually gonna pull out the deagle for the fastest time to kill. That guy went AFK. I'm honestly just lucky that guy missed shots. To be 100% real with you. Oh, I thought it was a teammate car rocking out earlier. The teammate car was shooting at him, but they were missing. Which is bad luck. I'm gonna blow this up so the enemies don't use it behind me. I don't hear the radio anymore, so it must be gone. Yeah, it was here, I assume, because of the sandbag. We've got the deagle for faster time to kill up close. I didn't know if that guy had heard me, but then when I saw his back, I knew I was fine. A lot of cover for the enemies here, and not much for me, so I want to take it a bit slow. I don't want to be in the open running to the building when they swing the window, so I'm going to sit back a little bit. The reason you know when to do this is because there are gunshots, but there's not a whole bunch of gunshots going on, meaning that the enemies aren't all distracted. So that means that they could just swing the window at any moment. I'm going to go in now after I kill those guys. The reason I think it's safe is because if anyone was going to peek me from the windows, they would have done it whilst I was shooting the enemies. And nobody peeked, so I assumed there was no one there. We've had the C4 to kill a bit closer, kill a bit faster up close. Didn't damage him, so I know that he didn't go up the stairs at all. I bled out, dang, I shouldn't have done... If I didn't throw that C4 and it hit the wall, I think I would have lived there, but it is what it is. I'm sure tons of you are probably watching and being like, you like knew what was about to happen, you know what I mean, like you could feel me bleeding out there. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna let that guy swing me because I did so much damage that I think his peekers won't matter. Dang, it's a shame. Your mum's chest hair. Man, I love the names in this. Maybe we'll have some funny names. I'm gonna dump the car. I'm gonna blow it up so it starts respawning now. There's a sniper looking. Oh, it's a teammate, jeez. The reason I was moving so much is I didn't want to get headshot because I'm not wearing exo armor. And, yeah, I mean, that's just how it be sometimes. Another thing is, this gun always gets me. Whenever I get out of a car and he has to pull it out, I stop doing that movement stuff and I end up dying, but my gun wasn't even ready yet. Oh, no. Tell that guy to one hit. I'm lucky those guys didn't kill me, but I think that guy had the same sort of problem as me, where he like whipped up his gun really slow. I'm actually going to leave it because I just think that it's going to take so much time just to find this one sniper, and I really don't mind if the enemies have a position there. There's a guy under me. I can hear concrete footsteps. Oh. I'm going to leave this enemy. Whoa, sorry, I was trying to figure out where those Groza shots came from. But I got killed from the guy that I left. Probably because I took too long. I think if I didn't hesitate and I ran, I would have been fine. Same sort of situation with the windows, but I might follow in this teammate if he does, just because they won't be able to kill both of us. We'll go down low, just keeping cover from the left for as long as possible. Cool, I think we're good. Can I build that here? No. Just thought I'd check. That guy died to someone else, thank God. I think his aim got thrown off because he was leaning. But it's all good. That guy definitely could have killed me. But I got lucky. You don't want to be up close to this gun, as you can see. Like, that guy should have killed me. Like, just because my gun kills so slow. Honestly, I'm focusing on the chat instead of like the game right now, so... I just don't like all the toxicity. Like, I do agree, this guy gets a little invested sometimes, but it's not like... It's not bad. Anyways, GG. Sorry for that end bit, I was pretty focused on the chat instead of the game. I do that too much, I get way too into the chat. Only got 51 kills, which is like... Definitely not the kind of KD I'm looking for to say that a gun is working great. I definitely want to get more kills than that. I think there was a bunch of situations there where I could have gotten more kills, and I think that when I was going on my dying streak, I should have changed it up a little bit sooner. But, yeah, honestly, this gun is really hard to use. I've gotten way better KDs with this gun before. I have dropped a 91 kill game, and 111 or something with this gun. But those were both on Tense Town and Frugus respectively, but yeah, this gun's kind of hard to use. But as you guys saw there, it does do really, really well. The like medium range engagements. Even when people were shooting at me first, it was really easy to hit all the shots I needed. And 100 rounds is nice because you don't have to reload often. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video.